Chosen one, stop worrying. God is funding your life from now on. This is the moment you've been waiting for, even if you didn't realize it until now. Every sleepless night, every tear shed in silence, every anxious thought that crept into your spirit when you were trying to hold it all together, it's all been leading to this divine turning point. What's about to happen in your life isn't based on effort anymore. It's not about striving, proving, or pushing beyond your limits just to survive. Now, a shift is taking place, and it's a supernatural one. You're stepping into a life that isn't built by your own strength. It's powered by divine funding. God is funding your future, your vision, your peace, your health, your joy, your entire life. Chosen one, don't let the past convince you that this is too good to be true. You've endured more than most people could even imagine. You've faced doors slamming in your face, opportunities that vanished as fast as they appeared, and bills that felt like mountains standing between you and peace. But today, the wind of the Spirit is moving. Heaven is declaring over your life. No more lack, no more fear, no more desperation. This is a message for your spirit, a message that carries activation. So, watch this video until the end, because this isn't just a message, it's an anointing. And write your warmest wishes and 99 in the comments. Because when the chosen gather in unity, the heavens respond. This is a moment of wishing, of dreaming, of setting the universe into motion with the vibrations of your faith. What you ask in divine alignment is being magnetized to you. So speak it, claim it, and type it as a bold declaration. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's go even deeper. This isn't about just receiving help. This is about a divine takeover. The days of barely making ends meet are over. The season of worrying how the next need will be met is done. God isn't funding you with crumbs. He is releasing overflow. Not just so you can pay off a bill or two, but so you can walk through life with your head held high, with joy flowing through your veins, and with resources chasing you down. Yes, money is coming. Solutions are coming. Favor is coming. Open doors are coming. But more than anything else, rest is coming. You are entering into a state of ease that doesn't make sense to others. Because it's not supposed to. It's not natural. It's supernatural. You've been depending on your efforts, and they've carried you this far. But now, divine funding is taking over. That means your business ideas are being infused with wisdom and resources you didn't even see coming. That means divine connections are being sent to you. People who will invest, support, and believe in what you carry. You're not just being blessed with finances. You're being entrusted with a mission. God is funding your life because your life has a purpose that cannot be delayed any longer. The vision you had was not a fantasy. The dream you wrote down years ago was not your imagination. It was a divine blueprint, and now the resources for the blueprint are being released. You've waited, and that wasn't in vain. Delay does not mean denial, it means divine preparation. Every moment you thought you were stuck, you were actually being positioned. Every detour was a divine redirection. And now the energy that was blocked is being released like a mighty river. That's what it feels like right now. Floodgates opening. Divine provision doesn't operate by the world's economy. So while others may be counting on banks, systems, and contacts, you've got access to something higher. You are connected to a source that never runs dry. You're not forgotten. You're not behind. You're not late. You're divinely aligned. The truth is, some people have overlooked you because they couldn't see what you carry. But God never needed them to see it. He already had the plan in motion. And when the divine timing arrives, nothing can stop what is meant for you. Not lack, not rejection, not even your past mistakes. Grace is rewriting your financial story right now, not later. Now, because this isn't about earning, it's about receiving. It's about finally understanding that you were chosen to walk in divine ease, to lead by example, to be funded not by stress or sweat, but by supernatural flow. What does it look like when God funds your life? It looks like sudden breakthroughs that have no explanation. It looks like people blessing you out of nowhere. It looks like open doors, even when you didn't knock. It looks like divine rest, even in the middle of chaos. When God funds your life, worry becomes a thing of the past. You won't be spending your energy just surviving anymore. You'll be spending it thriving, creating, giving, blessing others. And this funding is not temporary. It's continual. It's sustained by grace. It's renewed with every sunrise. You wake up, and it's there. You take a step, and it's waiting. You move forward, and favor meets you there. Don't shrink back. Don't disqualify yourself with thoughts like, "Why me?" or "What if it doesn't last?" This isn't luck. This isn't coincidence. This is divine order. You were built for this, called for this, chosen for this. And that's why provision is flowing to you in new ways. That's why old systems are breaking down in your life, because they were never meant to sustain your next level. You've outgrown survival mode. Your next chapter requires something bigger, something heavier, something holier. And it's coming with divine backing. Chosen one, lift your head. Walk differently. Speak with boldness. Make plans again. Dream wildly again. Because your funding has already been approved in the heavenlies. The transaction is happening now. What was delayed is being released. What was held back is arriving. What you need to launch the next phase of your life is being deposited directly into your reality. And don't be surprised when people around you start noticing. They'll wonder how it all changed so quickly. Some might even ask how you pulled it off. But deep down, you'll know. It wasn't you. It was the divine flow. It was the shift. It was the moment when heaven said, "Enough struggle. Now let abundance begin." And you didn't miss that moment. You're living in it now. This is only the beginning. A funded life is not just a one-time blessing. It's a lifestyle. You're walking in divine flow. And that means that every step you take from this moment on is covered, supported, elevated. Stay expectant. Stay open. Stay aligned. What you used to chase is now being commanded to come to you, not by might, not by power, but by divine declaration. The days of scrambling are over. The nights of crying yourself to sleep are behind you. The hours of calculating if you'll have enough are ending. You have more than enough. You are more than enough. And the one who chose you is more than capable of sustaining everything he promised you. Chosen one, stop worrying, because God is funding your life from now on. You've entered a chapter where the provision is no longer just enough to get by. It's more than enough to overflow. This new flow that's arriving in your life is not based on labor. It's based on legacy. You are walking into a system designed by the divine to sustain your journey with resources that are magnetically drawn to your purpose. You were never meant to worry about how your needs would be met. That pressure wasn't yours to carry. That heaviness wasn't part of the original design. The pain, the struggle, the fear, they were just temporary lessons, not permanent conditions. And now, the season of worry has been lifted off of you like a heavy garment you no longer have to wear. Your assignment is too important for stress. Your calling is too big for limitation. And your destiny is too glorious to be held down by fear. That's why God has stepped in, not just as a provider, but as the full financer of your calling. You're not applying for blessings anymore. You've already been approved. You're not begging for opportunities anymore. They're being handed to you because your spirit is aligned. Divine funding means divine favor. It means walking into rooms where your name has already been spoken with honor. It means receiving support you didn't request. It means the heavens are not only backing you, they're broadcasting you. There's a reason you're hearing this right now. This is your confirmation. You've felt something shifting, but you couldn't quite explain it. You've seen glimpses in dreams. You've heard whispers in your spirit. You've felt the pressure lift in moments where you used to panic. That's the evidence. The anxiety you used to feel about finances is being replaced with calm confidence. That's because the divine economy is now fueling your life. You're being carried, not by the world's understanding, but by a supernatural power that responds to your obedience and your faith. And let's be real. You've had to believe even when there was no visible proof. You've praised when it didn't make sense. You've shown up when nothing was working. You've planted seeds when you barely had anything left. That's why the reward is massive. Because you didn't give up. You didn't curse the process. You didn't abandon your path. You stayed. And because of that, divine compensation is being released in waves. Waves of provision, waves of relief, waves of abundance that will not only meet your needs, but silence every lie that told you it wouldn't happen. You're going to feel the shift even in the smallest details. Bills paid ahead of time, debts dissolving, unexpected credits, opportunities that didn't exist before, checks in the mail, random gifts, discounts, contracts signed with ease, promotions that bypass logic. These are not just financial blessings, they're messages. Messages from heaven confirming, I am with you, I am covering you, I am funding your mission. And this isn't just about you, it's about the people you're called to impact. Your overflow has purpose. Your abundance is an assignment. The truth is, you were never designed to be average. And deep down, you've always known that. You didn't come here to struggle like everyone else. You didn't come here to just survive. You came here to rise, to lead, to demonstrate what it looks like to be fully backed by the Creator. The funding coming into your life now isn't just provision. It's strategy. It's wisdom. It's clarity. It's the divine blueprint showing up right on time to activate the next phase of your journey. And don't be surprised if some people start falling away. When the divine funds your life, it exposes those who were only around when you were in lack. That's part of the purification process. Not everyone can go with you into this funded future. And that's okay. You're not losing. You're being refined. God is protecting the wealth He's placing in your hands. Because not only are you meant to receive it, you're meant to multiply it. You're not just a receiver. You're a steward. You're trusted with increase because your heart is anchored in something bigger than money. Money doesn't define you. It follows you. It responds to your alignment. It serves your assignment. That's why you no longer have to chase it. When you walk in divine obedience, money has no choice but to show up. Resources have no option but to move in your direction. The frequency of your faith calls it forth like a magnet. Because you're not operating from fear. You're flowing from favor. Favor that cannot be earned, only received. Favor that shows up when you've been faithful in the silent seasons. Favor that surrounds you like a shield. You're not late. You're not behind. You're right on time for the release. The only thing that's being asked of you now is to trust, to open your hands, to let go of the mindset that says you have to do it all yourself. You don't. You never did. The divine is showing you how to partner with provision, how to rest in the current of support, how to walk with the assurance that what you need is already on its way. You're being taught the language of trust, and it sounds like peace. It feels like assurance. It moves like grace. So now what? Now you move differently. Now you make decisions not from fear, but from vision. Now you take steps with boldness, because your path is being cleared in real time. You stop asking, how will I afford it? And start declaring, it's already covered. You stop playing small just to fit in with people who think lack is normal. You're not part of that cycle anymore. You're chosen. You've been extracted from survival and positioned for overflow. This is the new reality you live in. There's a divine bank account with your name on it, and the withdrawals are ready. Every time you step in alignment, every time you choose faith over fear, every time you silence doubt and move anyway, it's like making a withdrawal from the abundance that's already yours. This funding will not run dry. It's heaven-backed, purpose-fueled, and eternity-authorized. That's why nothing can block it. Not circumstances, not enemies, not delay, not even your own past. Let that truth sink in. You can breathe now. You can rest. You can finally take your hands off the wheel and trust that you are not navigating this alone. You are not the one who has to figure everything out anymore. The stress you've carried is being lifted. The burden you've felt is being removed. Divine help is here. Divine supply is active. Divine backing is unstoppable. And it's all flowing to you right now. This is a permanent shift, a holy reroute. You're entering the stage of your life where your identity as the chosen one becomes your access pass to divine provision. There's no striving, no begging, no chasing, only receiving, trusting, and creating from a place of spiritual fullness. That's the life you were always meant to live. And now, it begins. It's time you understand that what's happening in your life isn't a coincidence. It's confirmation. You've stepped into the season where supernatural supply meets sacred purpose. Every moment you once doubted yourself, every time you looked at your bank account and wondered if you would ever be free from the cycle of lack, all of that is being reversed by divine power. You're not imagining things. What you feel in your spirit is real. You are being lifted by invisible hands, carried by a grace that does not fail, and ushered into a life where God Himself is your benefactor. Chosen one, you are no longer living on borrowed time or borrowed resources. You are fully funded by the hand that created the heavens. That means no more compromises. You're not forced to accept less than you deserve just to make it through. You're not settling for crumbs when a feast has been prepared for you. The financial favor coming your way is not just relief, it's strategy. God is not just funding your life so you can survive. He's funding you to build, to lead, to create, to give. Your purpose is too big to be delayed by debt or hindered by financial fear. Let go of the old thinking. That mindset that told you to hold back, to play small, to shrink so others could feel comfortable, it's no longer serving you. That was survival energy. You're not in survival anymore. You are in flow. You're in provision. You're in favor. And this funding will shift every single area of your life, not just your finances. You'll begin to notice how your relationships change, how your thoughts evolve, how your body feels lighter. Because when the spirit is free from worry, everything else starts to align. The energy of your life is becoming magnetic. People will be drawn to your light, not knowing what changed, but sensing something divine. That's because when God funds your life, your aura shifts. Your presence carries a power that can't be explained by logic. And yes, some may be intimidated by it, confused by it, even envious of it. But that's not your concern. Your job is not to convince anyone to understand the favor on your life. Your role is to walk in it boldly, without apology, without hesitation. Opportunities will start opening without you chasing them. Contracts will land in your hands without you begging. Doors will swing wide open in places where you were once rejected. And this time, you won't be showing up desperate. You'll be showing up with confidence, knowing that you are divinely backed, fully resourced, and spiritually equipped. You are no longer at the mercy of external approval. You are connected to an internal source that never runs dry. Expect the unexpected. Expect miracles to become your normal. Expect divine deposits in your bank account, in your soul, in your heart. You're going to wake up with solutions you didn't plan for. You're going to walk into rooms you once dreamed of, not just to admire, but to take ownership. You're not just being placed in positions. You're being promoted into purpose. This isn't just about what's coming to you. It's about who you're becoming in the process. You're becoming someone who doesn't flinch when a need arises, because you know the supply is already in motion. You're becoming someone who speaks with certainty, because you've tasted the faithfulness of divine provision. You're becoming someone who others come to for guidance, because your peace becomes their model. This is what it looks like to be chosen. This is what it feels like to be fully funded. You walk, and the road appears. You move, and the resources arrive. You rest, and God works. There's a weight lifting off your shoulders even now. That internal pressure, that voice that told you it was all on you, it's being silenced. You were never created to carry that kind of weight. You were designed to partner with divine supply, to trust the timing of heaven, to believe that even in the moments when you can't see the way, it's still being paved in your favor. This isn't fantasy, it's faith in action. You've earned nothing, and yet you're receiving everything. That's the beauty of this moment. It's not about deserving, it's about alignment. You're aligned now. You've passed the tests of integrity, of humility, of silent suffering. You didn't quit when things got hard. You didn't betray your soul just to keep up appearances. You stayed grounded. And now, that unwavering faith is pulling blessings from realms you've never touched before. Your bank account is changing, but so is your inner world. You're no longer motivated by lack, fear, or comparison. You're moving from a place of security, from knowing that you are taken care of, protected, backed, and loved by a force greater than any system on earth. The currency of your life is now divine favor. The economy of your soul is abundant, and the return on your faith is exponential. You are going to make decisions now that scare the old version of you. You'll say yes to opportunities that your past self would have declined out of fear. You'll take leaps that require you to trust deeply, not in the external, but in the inner knowing that everything you need is already prepared. You'll walk away from situations that are beneath you, not out of arrogance, but out of clarity. Because when you are funded by God, you are no longer for sale. You can't be manipulated by scarcity. You don't need to compromise your worth to be accepted. You've already been chosen. Let this message sink into every cell of your body. You are covered. You are supported. You are funded. From this day forward, your needs are not your problem. They are God's promise. And you are no longer a worrier. You are a receiver of divine support, a receiver of supernatural resources, a receiver of holy rest. The worry stops now. The striving ends here. The panic no longer fits the version of you that you're stepping into. You're becoming someone new, someone more free, more whole, more aligned. The pressure that tried to crush you was simply preparing you to carry the blessing without fear. And now you can hold it. Now you can manage it. Now you're ready for everything that's coming your way. It's already unfolding. The evidence will show up in your inbox, in your hands, in your home, in your health, in your joy. Every part of your life is about to testify that you are living in the favor of the Almighty. Not because you begged for it, but because you were chosen for it. And now that you've accepted it, everything must shift to match your new frequency. Chosen one, you are no longer living from paycheck to paycheck, idea to idea, prayer to prayer, hoping something works. You are living in funded overflow. And the beauty is, this is only the beginning. You're starting to realize that the life you used to dream about isn't a fantasy anymore. It's forming right before your eyes. Piece by piece, moment by moment, a divine infrastructure is being built around you. You're being surrounded by provision, shielded by protection, and propelled by purpose. There's a sacred wind behind you now. It's not just carrying your dreams forward. It's fueling your entire existence with power, confidence, and clarity. God is funding more than your needs. He's funding your boldness. You'll begin to notice your voice getting stronger. You won't hesitate to speak truth, to declare victory, to set boundaries. That fear of not having enough has kept you small for too long. But now that the worry is dissolving, your true identity is emerging. And it's glorious. You are a force. You are a presence. You are a walking example of what it means to be divinely sustained. Everything in your atmosphere is going to begin responding to your new energy. Where there was resistance, there will now be ease. Where there was delay, acceleration. Where you were once dismissed, you will now be recognized and respected. Not because of arrogance, but because you finally understand your value. And you're not negotiating with worry anymore. Worry has no seat at your table. You've been anointed with enough, more than enough, to do what you were called to do and to do it fearlessly. You won't have to defend your abundance. You won't have to explain how things are shifting for you. Divine funding doesn't come with apology. It comes with assignment. Your wealth, your peace, your freedom, they are meant to overflow, to touch lives beyond yours. You are being resourced because your life is not just about you. It's about everyone who will be blessed because you were bold enough to say yes. And now, every step you take in faith will be followed by provision. You won't run out. You won't fall short. You won't break down. The source that fuels you is eternal, unlimited, and unshakable. Chosen one, this is a new financial frequency. You've disconnected from the patterns of scarcity and plugged into the patterns of heaven. You're vibrating at the level of abundance now. That means people, places, and things that cannot match your energy will naturally fall away. Don't mourn the loss. It's not rejection. It's alignment. The elevation in your spirit is creating distance from what no longer serves your divine journey. The shedding is part of the upgrade. Let it go with grace. Let go of the conversations that revolve around lack. Let go of habits that come from fear. Let go of environments that feed your insecurity. And most of all, let go of the identity you formed in survival mode. You're not surviving anymore. You're thriving. You're not barely making it. You're abundantly walking in destiny. The version of you that's emerging now is bolder, wiser, freer. And that version is being fully funded because the impact you're about to make requires spiritual and financial overflow. You're not just receiving money. You're receiving ideas that are profitable. You're receiving connections that are strategic. You're receiving visions that will build legacies. Divine funding goes beyond dollars. It shows up as divine timing, divine instruction, divine favor, and divine opportunities that no human could manufacture. This is the realm where miracles are normal, where impossibilities dissolve, where what took others years to manifest arrives at your feet with ease. You'll start having conversations you once felt unworthy to be in. You'll start receiving invitations that feel like dreams. And you'll quickly realize that none of this is random. You were always meant for more. The weight of poverty, the stress of not knowing how you'd make it, that was never your true reality. That was a temporary illusion. The truth is, you were born to live in partnership with divine flow. You were created with greatness coded in your spirit. And now that you've stopped worrying, you're able to finally hear the whisper of heaven saying, "I've got you." And not just "I've got you" in the emotional sense. I've got you in the practical, physical, tangible sense. Housing, handled, travel, covered, dreams, funded, responsibilities, managed, desires, met. You're not a burden. You're a vessel of light, of change, of wealth, of wisdom. And when a vessel is aligned with the Creator, heaven provides everything necessary to keep that vessel pouring into the world. This is your oil season, where what you carry will never run dry. The more you pour, the more is given. The more you trust, the more is released. The more you walk in obedience, the more you're guided. There is no fear in this place. There's no striving. There's no hustling for approval. You've already been approved by the highest authority. and the funds to back your next chapter are already in circulation. Watch how fast things begin to unfold. Watch how quickly divine alignments find you. Watch how former limitations collapse in your presence. You are funded to break curses, to reverse generational patterns, to open doors for others, to build the vision that has been stirring inside of you since before you even had the words to describe it. That's why you couldn't quit. That's why you couldn't give up. Because God was getting ready to sponsor the very thing that was trying to be suppressed. And now, it's alive. The vision, the plan, the promise. It's no longer a hope, it's a funded reality. You're not chasing miracles anymore. You're walking in them. You're not praying for a breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. And everything that you touch in this new dimension will carry that breakthrough anointing. When you speak, people will shift. When you move, chains will fall. When you step into a room, atmosphere changes. This is the effect of being divinely funded. You no longer fear how. You no longer doubt when. You simply move in certainty because the supply is promised. And your only job is to stay aligned, stay thankful, stay open. The universe, heaven, and divine intelligence are all working together to ensure you are supported in full. Not halfway, not barely, fully. So breathe again, smile again, dream again. The season of worry has officially expired. It served its purpose, but it is no longer welcome in your life. You're entering days of divine peace, where your only task is to live boldly, love deeply, serve intentionally, and receive freely. Because you are the chosen one. What you're entering into now isn't just a shift, it's a total financial rebirth. A complete reset of how you've experienced money, provision, and security. No longer are you living under the weight of worldly scarcity. You're not calculating every move through fear. You're no longer worried about how much is left. You're focused on how much is coming. Because the flow in your life has been reversed. The drain has turned into a deposit. The lack has become overflow. The debt is dissolving into divine supply. You are a carrier of divine economy now. And what that means is, resources obey your calling. Money is no longer something you chase. It responds to your faith, your frequency, your favor. It finds you. It tracks you. It follows you. Not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. There's a power in alignment that doesn't need to be explained. When you are in sync with divine will, the heavens move resources at lightning speed to support your obedience. Don't minimize it. Don't second guess it. Don't water it down to make others comfortable. You've been entrusted with something rare. Not everyone gets to walk in this kind of provision. Not everyone gets to feel the supernatural confidence of knowing every step is sponsored by heaven. You're chosen because your heart stayed pure in the drought. You didn't sell out when pressure hit. You didn't compromise when temptation whispered. You stayed true. And now, the reward isn't just spiritual, it's material.